It's a rigged trial, a disgrace.
Right now, former President Donald Trump guilty on 34 counts of falsifying business records. More local reaction from voters and lawmakers after the verdict. Plus, making citizens feel safer, how active shooter response training is helping people stay prepared in case of an unimaginable event happening. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. Continuing our breaking news coverage tonight, former President Donald Trump found guilty this afternoon on all 34 counts of falsifying business records in his New York hush money trial. That makes him the first president in American history to be convicted of a crime. The 6-week trial centered on the concealment of a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels just ahead of the 2016 election. Daniels claims she had a sexual encounter with Trump back in 2006. Trump has repeatedly denied that. The jury found the manner in which Trump reimbursed his former lawyer Michael Cohen constituted falsification of business records. Trump will be sentenced July 11th, where a judge could sentence him to probation or prison. After leaving court, Trump called the verdict a disgrace, saying he did nothing wrong. He said voters come November will have final say.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here.
The trial started in mid-April. It featured weeks of testimony by witnesses, including Daniels and Cohen. As much of the nation looks on, it's really in just a handful of states where this election will be decided. And that, of course, includes battleground Wisconsin. One group of young people walking around the state capitol cheered when our crews told them that the former president had been found guilty on all charges, but they're still not sure who they'll vote for in November. A Republican voter said regardless of the verdict, he will not be voting for President Joe Biden.
I think we're just making history. Every year in America, something's new. And I think he should be charged for everything he's done, and hopefully he goes to jail.
I'm not sure Trump got a fair trial, right? I'm just not happy with the way the last 4 years have gone. So I'm going to vote for Trump. If he's the nominee, I'm going to vote for Trump. And I'm not a huge pro-Trump guy. I'm not an anti-Trump guy.
Now, both voters say despite everything that's happened, they're not happy with either candidate for president this year. The Republican Party of Wisconsin responding to the conviction this afternoon. Party Chair Brian Schimming calling Trump's trial a sham.
President Trump will appeal this rigged verdict, as he should, and try to get some justice. But there was no justice in New York today. There's no question about that.
And more reaction tonight from some elected officials representing Wisconsin. Republican Senator Ron Johnson posting on X saying, in part, quote, how can this not be considered the most egregious example of election interference? A much different tone from Democrats, however. Madison area Congressman Mark Pocan tweeting out a gif of a late-night talk show anchor Seth Meyers with the words, quote, guilty as hell. With this verdict coming against the backdrop of November's election, how will this impact Trump's place at the polls? Well, earlier tonight, we welcomed the director of the Marquette Law School poll, Charles Franklin, into our studio. Political reporter Will Keneally has more. Will?
Well, Eric, we have some data on what this means for voters as the most recent Marquette poll posed that question. Now, this was a national poll, so voters from all 50 U.S. states and D.C. were included, not just Wisconsin voters. Now, in that poll released earlier this month, voters were asked about how the impact of a potential verdict could sway their vote. Here's where they stood.
In the guilty condition, Biden led by 4 points. In the not guilty condition, Trump led by 6 points. So sort of mid-single digits difference in direction in each of those. Now we'll see the truth, because in the next week or two, there'll be a ton of polling, and we'll see if there's any real shift or not.
Now, the survey conducted between May 6th and May 15th included 902 registered voters with a margin of error plus minus 4.6%. Now, sentencing for Trump's verdict comes just less than a week before Republicans meet in Milwaukee for their national convention, and we could see the poll shift between now and then.
All right, Will, thank you. You found out about today's verdict with a push alert through our Channel 3000 mobile app. We know the news of the day moves quickly. It can be hard to catch up, so get the story sent right to the palm of your hand. Download the app for free in your phone's mobile app store. Another day of some sunshine out there. Warmer temperatures. The nice weather will stick around a bit for most of your Friday, but the dry weather may not stick around for all of it. Right, Alex?
Yeah, that's right, Eric. Definitely correct. Our temperatures are going to be really nice. The sky conditions are still great out here. It's dry, but not for long. By the time we get to about 24 hours from now, we'll be eyeing up some showers on radar 3000. So dry through Friday, but then showers will increase later Friday night going on into Saturday morning. A couple thunderstorms are possible too. We are not expecting severe weather at this point in time out of those showers and storms Friday night going into Saturday morning. And then we got near 80 on Sunday, although later on Sunday we're going to be tracking some thunderstorms to the north and west moving into the area. And those showers and storms, we need to keep an eye on those because they could be on the stronger side Sunday night going on into Monday. Gorgeous out here, 62 degrees, 10 o'clock at night. The best part is there's no breeze out here on the patio. It's just very peaceful. We got the little waterfall in the back, so a nice night to enjoy out here on the patio. I'm lucky I get to do the weather on the patio. Got 58 in Lone Rock, 56 to the north in Camp Douglas, and 53 to the east in Watertown, a little cooler to the east. And tonight, those temperatures will all be reflections on cloud cover that are moving into the area. If it stays clear, we'll get cooler tonight. We're expecting lows in the 40s. Again, still hovering right around 60 degrees here in Madison. Coming up in Maine weather, we'll track those clouds moving in with future track and also alert day conditions expected by Monday. I have those details in a few minutes.
All right, Alex, thank you. It has been now almost a month since active shooter drills became reality for Mount Horeb students. After that event shook the community, the Madison Police Department is hoping to make citizens feel a little more prepared if they find themselves in a similar situation. Our Braden Ross was at one of their civilian response to active shooter events trainings tonight. And Braden, what do experts say we need to know?
Yeah, well, it's a thought that's in the back of many Americans' minds, and the incident in Mount Horeb certainly brought it to the forefront of many people's thoughts. But the officer I spoke with tonight says being prepared can go a long way toward peace of mind.
As the old saying goes, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your training.
It's a possibility too many Americans are familiar with.
It puts me on a bit on edge. I go to a lot of block parties, a lot of music festivals, and there's always a part of my mind that, I try not to think, what's the worst that could possibly happen.
That thought is exactly why Mikal Sala came to the Madison Police Department's civilian response to active shooter events training.
I think we all think we know what we would do and be prepared in situations like that, but I think I'd rather come to the professionals and really see what they think would be the best course of action.
Madison Police Officer Rick Bruss is one of those professionals.
It's a really lousy topic to talk about. It's really sad stories and just really heavy stuff, but I know the importance of it.
He's been leading craze trainings for more than a year now.
I've seen in case studies people who have had this training or who are prepared and do the things that we talk about in the training, that their percentage to survive the incident goes up significantly.
On average, it takes first responders about 3 minutes to respond to an active shooter situation. More than 60% of the time, the event is over before the police even get there.
They're kind of on their own until police arrive. And so giving them the tools to increase their chances of survival, buy themselves time until we get on scene.
So what do the experts say you should do in an active shooter situation?
Avoid deny defense.
First and foremost, avoid the situation. Remove yourself if you can. If you can't run, deny the shooter access to you. Hide, barricade yourself. The last resort is to defend. Do what you can to fight the shooter off. Now, if you missed out on MPD's training tonight, there is another one scheduled for November. And if you have a group of 25 people or more, they'll even come to you for the free training. All
right, Braden, thank you. Madison police say a 74-year-old Sun Prairie woman was killed in a car crash in downtown Madison on Tuesday. She's now been identified as Michelle Learsmonth. A wrong-way driver crashed into an SUV on East Washington Avenue near North Patterson Street on Tuesday afternoon. Learsmonth died from injuries sustained in the crash. It's unclear if Learsmonth was the wrong-way driver. That crash remains under investigation. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden will be in Wisconsin tomorrow. It'll be the latest visit from the Biden campaign as the election campaign season heats up. According to the White House, Dr. Biden will stop in Milwaukee to give a speech, but details beyond that are currently sparse. The last time she visited the state was in early March. The First Lady will join President Biden next week and travel to Normandy to mark the 80th anniversary of the D-Day invasion during World War II. On their visit, President Biden will give a speech on Friday from Pointe du Hoc on the importance of defending defending freedom and democracy. And the next day, President Emmanuel Macron of France will host the Bidens for a state visit. 3 Northeast Wisconsin World War II veterans will also be on that trip to Normandy. Vaughn Collicott, Lawrence Eckstein, and Eugene Krajewski will return to the beaches that they once stormed 80 years ago on June 6th. These 3 Wisconsin heroes are among a group of 70 veterans headed over to France, and safe to say they are excited to return.
Yeah, when I got the notice that I was selected to go, I cried like a baby.
It doesn't seem possible that I could go back. I probably wouldn't have if they hadn't been for American Airlines.
Well, the Allied landings in Normandy paved the way for the liberation of France and all of Europe. We're told the trip will include visits to key historical sites, concerts, and special ceremonies to honor the courage and sacrifice of all who served during World War II. More local news still ahead at 10. A family in Evansville without a home tonight after their home catches fire. We'll talk to a neighbor who saw the family run from their home and how the family is receiving assistance tonight. Stay with us.
Shop the Row Furniture Factory Authorized Sale and save up to half off at Dwellings. Sofas, chairs, sectionals, and ottomans. You choose the style and the fabric, all up to 50% off. Dwellings Interior Design and Home Furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Our city has a pulse. Steps from bustling and wild. Come find familiar. Experience new. Live in our rhythm and stay.
Rider Chip, just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your home renewal with 2-for-1 windows and no interest for 1 year. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows ends Friday. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco. I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
You may not know what to make of Eric Hovde, but if you're getting older or have a loved one who is, Eric Hovde has a plan for you. Eric Hovde thinks people living in nursing homes should not have the right to vote. That's right.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Stripping seniors of the right to vote? Eric Hovde, what's wrong with this guy?
Shop the Row Furniture Factory Authorized Sale and save up to half off at Dwellings. Sofas, chairs, sectionals, and ottomans. You choose the style and the fabric, all up to 50% off. Dwellings Interior Design and Home Furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
Sarah Jakes Roberts is always uplifting.
You are doing exactly what you set out to do because you are a force.
Oh my goodness. Plus so many others who inspire me. Then we surprise some wonderful women.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
Alliant Energy announcing today the completion of its Grant County solar project. The site totals an area of over 1,400 acres. The 200-megawatt array sits north of Potosi and can generate enough electricity to power more than 50,000 homes. It's been in the works since September of 2022, adding to the utility's goal to invest in a more diverse energy generation mix. Coming up this Sunday, News 3 Now's Kyle Pozorski interviews the project's lead about the process to bring it online. You can catch it this Sunday at 6:30 on weekend mornings. Last night, a fire in Evansville left a home destroyed. The family there now without their home and facing a long road ahead. Maddie Himes traveled to Evansville today to learn more about the relief and recovery efforts.
A neighbor tells me he saw the family safely exit the house. The American Red Cross is now assisting that family with housing and other immediate needs.
Everyone got out, yep.
The fire, which started in the attached garage, traveled into the living area of the home and up into the attic, according to the Evansville Community Fire District.
We are getting reports that it is a garage that is on fire. They do have gas in it. Cars are on fire. Flames are now visible from garage wall and roof.
Next-door neighbor Mike Bellis says he spoke to the family briefly as they exited the home Wednesday night.
He was pretty distraught, so not much conversation.
The fire scorched the side of Bellis's house.
You know, it's coming out this way. You could kind of see the wind and the flames driving it a little bit that way. So absolutely, yeah, we were certainly worried.
But he says he considers himself lucky, having only a power outage and siding repairs to worry about.
We're fortunate. Yeah, we're the lucky ones. You know.
For the family whose house has been deemed inhabitable, reports say recovery efforts from the American Red Cross have already begun. The nonprofit offers resources focused on rebuilds, financial repairs, and emotional recovery. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but officials say at this time the cause is not considered suspicious. Reporting in Evansville, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Well, the beaches of Dane County are getting a little safer this summer with the introduction of a new testing system. Testing for bacteria at public beaches usually takes about a day to complete. In that time, people could be getting into the water with dangerous levels of microbes. But starting today, that's changing with the introduction of a new rapid testing kit that'll provide results in just 2 to 4 hours. If a beach is found to have high levels of a dangerous bacteria, it'll be closed to swimmers and tested every weekday until those levels drop. New research from the University of Wisconsin School of Medicine and Public Health indicates smartphones may help adolescents feel better, especially when listening to music, podcasts, and audiobooks. Now, last year, the Surgeon General issued an official advisory about the relationship between social media use and youth mental health. At UW Health, the lead author and postdoctoral research associate in the Department of Pediatrics says those findings provide an additional perspective in the complex conversation about the way that smartphones and social media may affect teens' mental health.
And it might suggest that that's one of the tools that adolescents can use to regulate their emotions throughout the day. And I want to stress that that's not necessarily a good or bad thing. So we all do things to regulate our moods, and how we use those tools affects our well-being in the long term.
Well, researchers sent the young people questions on their smartphones about their mood and smartphone use throughout the day. This enabled researchers to measure adolescents' mood changes in real time and capture the effects of smartphone use in a real-world setting. With summer nearly here, Wisconsin Athletics promoting literacy through a summer reading program offering prizes for Badger fans and young readers who visit our public libraries. The Read On Wisconsin campaign starts Monday. Readers can visit a number of participating libraries to collect special Badger stickers and posters like the ones you see here on your screen. And while there, they can enter to win Badger football and volleyball tickets, some gear, signed memorabilia, and more. The campaign runs until Friday, June 14th, or until supplies last. Here is a look at the libraries participating: Middleton, Sun Prairie, Verona, Beloit, Janesville's Hedberg, and Cross Plains Rosemary Garfoot. To see a full list of participating libraries and to learn more about the program, look for this story linked at channel3000.com. Another nice day across southern Wisconsin. Can we expect more of the same tomorrow? Well, here's the answer with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington.
Yeah, Eric, we sure can. And the nice weather is going to continue clear through the weekend. Some shower and storm activity on Saturday, but not an all-day washout. We'll track that in just a moment with Future Track. Temperatures in the 70s. That's where we should be for this time of year. And then we're going to go up to 80 degrees by the time we get to Sunday with a late evening storm. So at nighttime, there could be some thunderstorms that we need to keep an eye on. 62 degrees just out on the patio. No wind out there. It's gorgeous out there. Although you are going to want to shut the windows tonight because the temperatures will cool down. Even though we're at about 60 here across Dane County, across the rest of southern Wisconsin, we're already down to 56 to the north, up towards Juneau and Adams counties, 56 and 58 in the Wisconsin River Valley, where they tend to cool down a little bit more at night. Look at the chilly weather off towards the east. They had a lake breeze that pulled in some of that cool air off of Lake Michigan, and areas from Madison and points to the east had the potential tonight to get a bit on the chillier side, and here's the reason why. I always talk about heat going out to space. When you have clouds, the heat at the ground radiates upwards, and then the clouds act like a blanket. They send that heat back down, keeping temperatures warmer. Where when you have clear skies, which could be the case from Madison and points to the east, all that heat that's been building up during the day goes right out to space and allows those surface temperatures to cool on down. So that saying, When I mentioned the heat going out to space, here we go. We have a nice little graphic to show how those clouds and the clear skies play into low temperatures, especially in the early to mid-spring months. And we're getting a little bit later into the spring, so the ground's warming up a little bit, so that impact is a little less. We'll do 46 for a low in Madison, provided the clouds can stay out of the area long enough to allow that heat to go out to space. But if the clouds clear or come in just a little bit earlier than forecasted, we may need to bump up those temperatures a little bit to start off your Friday morning. As we move forward through Friday, generally dry, periods of clouds. The storm chance should stay way off to the northwest. We'll do 76. Storm chances increasing as we head into your Saturday morning. But again, we're not expecting overly widespread precipitation, just a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning. And by the time we get into the afternoon hours, those showers and storms clear on out. Also not expecting severe weather on Saturday. Just that scattered chance of showers and a couple thunderstorms going into Saturday, primarily during the morning hours, ending by mid to late afternoon. And then we're eyeing up another chance of showers and storms for Monday, when we're expecting alert day conditions for all of southern Wisconsin. This would be Monday afternoon and evening as a cold front comes through the area, and that cold front could be coming through right at that right time to bring us that threat for severe weather. In fact, speaking of severe weather, on this date in 1998, we had a large damaging wind event that moved across Wisconsin, producing wind gusts as high as nearly 130 miles per hour. And I remember that derecho very vividly. Not expecting that sort of severe weather across southern Wisconsin. We'll keep an eye out on Monday for alert day conditions, but not expecting at this point in time that level of severity. But we'll be eyeing that up throughout the course of the upcoming weekend.
And coming up in sports, it's on to the NCAA championships for a handful of Badgers. Why the experience is a little surreal for one of Wisconsin's runners. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Gruber Law Offices, you pay us nothing until we win your case. It costs you nothing up front to get the results and compensation you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Here's to the farm and fleet dads, the ones who work hard and get the job done right, the ones who take pride in what they do and take the time to pass it on. This Father's Day, get your dad a gift he'll love. Like men's Ariat t-shirts, buy two, get one free. 3M Digital WorkTunes hearing protection, only $49.99. 8 packs of Energizer AA or AAA batteries, $6.99. Plus, a Blaine's gift card makes the perfect Father's Day gift.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sonobello changed my life.
Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-357-3263 or go to sonobello.com.
Save during the big Hy-Vee brand sale. 3 days only, this Friday through Sunday. Hy-Vee large eggs, just $1.49. Hy-Vee waffles, just $1.48. Hy-Vee bacon, just $3.98. Party size Hy-Vee chips, just $1.98. Hy-Vee peanut butter, just $1.68. And Hy-Vee coffee, just $3.48. Don't miss the big Hy-Vee brand sale. 3 days only, this Friday through Sunday.
I thought with everything going on, we could all use a little smile break. So this one is on Gruber Law Offices. You're welcome.
In 3 months, the Badgers will kick off year 2 of the Luke Fickell era, and the 2024 campaign will begin under the lights at Camp Randall, with Wisconsin hosting Western Michigan on Friday, August 30th for an 8 o'clock kick. The following week, South Dakota will come to town for a 2:30 kickoff, and the battle for the axe will start at 11 on Black Friday. The last time UW played on Black Friday was way back in 2005 when they traveled to Hawaii. Next week, Wisconsin will be sending 6 athletes out to Tracktown, USA, otherwise known as Eugene, Oregon, to compete in the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships. And for most of the Badgers, they've ran, jumped, and thrown at the championships before. But for freshman Andrew Casey, who qualified in the 800, this is a brand new experience for him.
You know, just like a year ago, I was running at the Minnesota State track meet, and now I find myself going to the national meet for NCAAs. So at first it was just a goal to make it to Big Tens, but it's really exciting.
I mean, the whole season's sort of been leading towards this one moment, but at the same time, like, all we're doing is running. It's the same, like, we've raced so many times, like, it's the same sort of deal as every other race. But yeah, this one carries more weight.
In 2 years out in Wisconsin, Layla Edwards has done more than most in a lifetime. She's won a national championship, won a gold medal on the world stage, and recently was named the Bob Allen Player of the Year, which is given to the top American female skater. Edwards is the 6th Badger to receive the honor, joining the likes of Hillary Knight, who won it twice, Megan Duggan, and Caroline Harvey, who took it home last season. The Brewers wrapping up their 4-game series with Craig Counsell and the Cubs. Tied at 4 in the 8th, and Gary Sanchez bangs a 2-run shot to center for what would be the game winner. Crew take 3 of 4 from the Cubbies with a 6-4 win. Well, tickets were punched to next week's state softball tournament, and our area will be well represented at Goodman Diamond. Sun Prairie East, Watertown, Milton, and Broadhead are all headed back to state, while Lake Mills and Cuba City are making their first trip to state. Well, let's kick it. Division III regional soccer, McFarland hosting Jefferson, and the Spartans got off to a strong start. Elise Freeman goes corner pocket to put the home team up on the board. And she wasn't done yet. A couple minutes later, the Spartans are on the attack again, and Freeman puts home another goal as McFarland moves on to the next round. We're back after this.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's Memorial Day sale. $1 million in inventory must be sold. 2-piece sofa and love seat or sectional only $9.99. Recliners from $2.99. Lift recliners $9.99. No interest financing for 12 months. Only at A1 Furniture.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it, we want the night lights, the bright lights, I'll put you in the spotlight, light. Yeah. You want style, well now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see, ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference. by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
It's A1 Furniture's Memorial Day sale on now. Incredible prices on spring air mattresses, queen size from $299. Get a free adjustable base with purchase of mattress $9.99 or more. Only at the A1 Furniture and Mattress Memorial Day sale.
Chris Stanford, News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
That's right, Jack.
Weeknights on CBS.
Well, the world's largest Stegosaurus skeleton is going up for auction. Sotheby's says the fossil is estimated to fetch up to $6 million. Zach, that'd look great in your living room. The dinosaur is named Apex, estimated to be up to 161 million years old, about 11 feet tall, 27 feet in length, 6 feet across. That's about 30% larger than the other most notable Stegosaurus, Sophie, which is on display at London's Natural History Museum. Apex was discovered near the town of Dinosaur, Colorado in 2022. That was a good place to find it. Who'd have thought to look there? The auction is set to take place on July 17th in New York City.
If that was in my living room, my dog would have a heyday with all the bones. She'd love it.
She'd love that.
I don't think my wife would.
So we're talking football already. The Badgers schedule out. And Black Friday, you situate your shopping around the Gopher game.
It's weird. Well, it's early, so you just go later, right? But it's weird that they're playing on Black Friday, but I get it. And, like, I'll get a day off on Saturday, so I'm a fan of that.
You like that.
But when we said the last time they played at Hawaii on Black Friday, I was like, you were there, but not that one. You were a couple of years earlier.
2000. That was great. Nothing better than watching the Badgers on Thanksgiving in Hawaii.
Right?
That's the
like,
place
that would be
to do
sweet.
He's got state track tomorrow in lacrosse, and he wants some decent weather. Looking good over there?
I think the showers and thunderstorms in the beginning of Saturday, but they should be sweeping out by the time the track meet starts. Down here in Madison, we'll keep those showers and storms for Saturday morning. We all are going to enjoy a nice Sunday. High temperatures up near 80 degrees. Those highs tomorrow also pretty nice in the mid to upper 70s with those clouds on the increase. And then we'll keep an eye on alert day conditions for Monday as a cold front comes through southern Wisconsin.
All right, Alex, thank you. Thanks for joining us, folks. For News 3 Now at 10, we hope you have a great night.